Alright, are we rolling? I can't tell. I am hesitant to start jabbering away until I know for sure if we are ready to go. You gotta check the GoPro. I gotta look in the mirror, and looking in the mirror makes people think I'm gonna make a move. You know what I mean? So I am a little reticent to look in the mirror from time to time. Also, I might see what's behind me. That would be terrifying. Yeah, so hey, Dahanjo, I gotta learn an Eastern indigenous greeting here. I got Dahanjo, that's a nice Apache greeting. I learned, I believe it was from Rod Velarde, Hickory Apache artist Rod Velarde. You know I love his work. That's where I get Dahanjo. I feel like it's a nice universal greeting if you're Apache, which I am not. But man, here in the East, Northeast, a lot of repression of First Peoples history in your textbooks, and so yeah, we gotta bring that back, man. It was tons of people here back in the day, and hey, let's learn something, right? Now, my family got here when? It was the 1800s, 1900s? I don't know. We haven't been here all that long. All things considered. Anyhow, yeah, if you wonder why I say Dahanjo, that's a nice Apache greeting. Let's talk fuzz. Oh yeah, not police. Not the stuff on your chinny chin chin. And I'm talking about the stuff that comes out of your amplifier. I'm talking fuzz. So I had some gift cards. I had a birthday recently, and so I went in on a fuzz pedal. Ross, not Boss, but Ross fuzz. Here's why I sprung for a Ross fuzz. Number one, I had the gift cards, so it didn't hurt. But number two, did I tell you about the time that I had that weird jam like a few months ago, and I drove into the woods somewhere to this like literal trailer and was in fear for my life? Did I tell you about that? Well, at any rate, it wound up being a really interesting experience. Forgive me. Stop me. Oh, stop me. Oh, all right, this is fun. So anyway, yeah, so so if I have told you, yeah, well, whatever. You want to hear about it? I don't know. Maybe you already have. But I was invited to a jam in the woods, and where I was met by dogs on the street that said no trespassing. So my comfort level was quite high, as you can imagine. But anyhow, I got into the trailer. The dude was like a burned out, I don't know if he was burned out, but he was like a real rock star. You know what I mean? He looked like Sammy Hagar on a bad day. You know, he had a cast, and he's all banged up. And the trailer had the most incredible instruments and amplification, but it was all like had a layer of dust on it. It was like a time capsule. It was like I didn't go back in time, but I was like I had walked into some kind of like it was like a for display only, some like you would see it at like the Concord Museum, like it's a room from the 1700s or something. Don't touch anything because it's the real deal. It was that kind of room. I'm a bass player, so in this trailer, I was told don't bring an amp. You can't fit it. You don't need it. So I got there, and it had two speakers, but it was a custom with a K, tuck and roll bass cabinet with the head. And if you're not familiar with custom with a K, it was a company it was Bud Ross's company. It was wildly popular for a while until he sold it. But the tuck and roll cabinet, literally the tuck and roll stuff has Naugahyde. I mean, it's literally a soft padding on the outside of everything. The head, the amp, the cabinet. It's all got a layer of Naugahyde. Like, how cool is that, man? And I plugged in, and the sound that came out of the custom was so warm and enveloping and nice. And I was like, man, this is really cool. So a couple days later, Josh Heath Scott, JHS pedal founder and you know, pedal aficionado, maybe pedal maniac, had been in contact with Bud Ross with his Air, and how am I supposed to breeze? Anyway, and he said, how about let's make Ross a real thing again? And Bud Ross's, was it grandson, was like, all in. So it's not, so JHS is now also, like, they have Ross pedals, and it's not, they're not making Ross knockoffs, they're literally making Ross pedals. It's Ross, what is it, Ross Electronics or something? So it's the real company. So it's two companies, JHS, whom I love, I have their Octave Reverb, and Ross. So Ross originally, after he sold custom amplification, started making guitar pedals. And you know, he's got a chorus, a distortion, a compressor, and he's got something else I'm forgetting at the moment, but really cool pedals. The kind of pedal you had when you're young, you sold it because you got a quote-unquote better one, and then you rue the day you sold it for the rest of your life. And but they never made a fuzz. Bud Ross never made a fuzz. Josh Heath Scott, on the other hand, was looking at the tuck and roll, you know, custom amplification. Built into the head was a fuzz circuit, so you could get fuzz in their amp. So he's like, you know what, they didn't make a pedal, but I can use their circuitry, their technology, and make the pedal that never was. And so he made the fuzz pedal. So now Ross, instead of, I guess it was 4 pedals or something, they have 5. Or if it was 5 pedals, they have 6. And so that's why I ended up going with the fuzz. I played through that tuck and roll cabinet in that yokel trailer in the woods, guarded by Irish wolfhounds, and I loved the sound so much. You know, I had been saving up, just waiting those gift cards. I wanted to get something from Beatronics. I love the idea of Beatronics. I love what I hear from them. I want them to make patches of their bee head, and you know, maybe they'll do that someday. You know, if I ask real nice, I don't know. But you know, when the fuzz came out, it was like all the stars were aligning. I loved the sound. The company didn't exist, and then it existed, and it all came together in like a week or 2 week span. So I was like, you know what, I got to get the fuzz. So I got the fuzz, and I'll let you know how it is. I haven't even been able to plug it in. I just got it last night, showed up, and I can't wait to try it out. But some of you guys, you know, follow me on Instagram. It was Matt the Greeter 1, the number 1 on Instagram. You may have seen me post some pictures of the fuzz and say, wow, that's an expensive hobby. And yes, you're right, except that many of the pedals, some of the pedals that I have were free, like stone cold free, and some of them people weren't, they're extended borrow. Like I can borrow them for the rest of my life. And so that's super cool too. And I did buy a couple of them. I bought the JHS. I bought years ago the Dunlop bass wah, and then yep, just recently the fuzz, which actually I didn't really buy. It was gift cards. So thank you, gift card donor. Some people don't like receiving gift cards, but I'll tell you, I do, because it allows me to get cool stuff that I would feel like guilty or whatever about getting otherwise. So thank you, everybody, and I will talk to you guys soon. That's about enough out of me. I think my battery's probably just about to go, and I will talk to you guys soon. Yeah, I'm on, what road am I on? 495, heading to Monty's Cycle Shop in West Bridgewater. And I try to get a rear master cylinder, because I have no rear brake, by the way. Don't worry, no rear brake. Don't tell my wife. Here we are, late September, and I still haven't got the bike inspected because I haven't been able to get. First it was the tire, and now it's the rear master cylinder. So hey, listen, authorities, I've done my due diligence. I went to Mum's, they were closed. What are they, closed Mondays or something? So I tried to get it inspected, and then I needed a tire, then I needed this and that. So listen, I'm trying. Just give me a little grace here. All right, guys, I care about you so much. Have a great day. Be a little better to yourself today than you were yesterday. And if you're having trouble with that, go help somebody. You will feel so much better. You just help somebody. Help somebody out today. All right, guys, I care about you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.